Welcome back to The Watch. I'm wearing nothing at all. No, just kidding. Sorry, blind viewers. I'm wearing this awesome, cool new jacket that's cool and it's new and it's awesome. And I can look like I'm wearing brigandine even when I have no violent intentions and not wearing my armor.
It's actually really good quality. See how thick this material is?
Super thick.
These rivets are sewn on. You have Stealth logo, right? Available for a limited time. Link in the description. Shadiversity hoodie. But we're not actually here to speak about hoodies.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about hate watching.
Ah.
This is a good discussion, I feel, because one of the takeaways that people are starting to promote about Star Wars: The Acolyte, right, is they're saying it's not worth your time. Stop hate watching it. The Quartering has been mentioning it more actively in his current videos and stuff. And I think it's worth discussing here. What are your views and thoughts on hate watching at the moment, Oz?
Well, I don't hate it.
You don't hate watching?
I don't hate watching. I think there are some things, like, I don't think you can, okay, it's a misnomer. Hate watching is a misnomer.
Okay.
Because I don't think that you can willfully really watch something you hate over and over again without going insane.
Oh, I think you can.
Well, I mean, you can dislike it, but to, like, a real visceral hate.
Okay, well, then we're just getting messed up on definitions then, because you're defining hate.
Here's my example.
Yeah.
I like The Boys.
Okay.
I can't watch it.
All right. I think we're getting mixed up between hate watching and dislike watching. When people most say hate watching, they mean dislike watching. You're watching something because you dislike it. You want to see the train wreck. You want to see how bad it is, laugh at how bad it is and stuff. And the concern that people have who hate these shows, right, is that is giving them support. A hate watch is just as valuable as a fan watch, and it's helping prop up terrible shows. If you really want them to die, ignore it. And look, I do think that's true. That's what has spelled the true death of this subversive, woke co-opting of the stories we love, apathy. Apathy has spelled the death for Doctor Who. The reason why I like the ratings and viewership of Doctor Who at the moment is just through the floor.
Yes.
It spelled the death for Masters of the Universe reboot on it. Like everyone watched the first season and was shocked at how disgusting and terrible it was. No one watched the second season. Or it was the second part because the season was broke up into two. It's also spelling the death for Star Trek. A lot of the Star Trek crap is being cancelled now because people are just tuning out. Here is an important caveat, I think, to the hate watching, right? I think people get mixed up between reviewers and general audiences. But even the general audiences who hate watch and then mock it on social media serve a really important purpose. That's what creates the apathy.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't have one without the other.
That's the thing that I think people are missing. It's the hate watching that then spreads the message of how bad something is, that then creates the apathy that truly kills it.
Yeah. Vigilance is the price of, being aware of all this stuff.
And I see this happen in two fronts. Honest reviewers and YouTubers and people on Twitter and stuff like that do watch it and give their honest feedback, all right? And we're not talking about shill media. We're talking about people in the Fellowship and also Fellowship adjacent. So I want to say Fellowship, that's the FNT crew and people who are, friends of ours and things. Because the shill access media they've lost all credibility. But the honest reviewers, Critical Drinker is doing incredible work at exposing dog crap media. Yes,
and he's doing it under the influence. That's amazing. You're amazing.
The EFAP crew have been doing it for a while. We've been doing it for a while. Nerdrotic, of course. There's heaps of people, right? And I actually feel that role is essential because this crap needs to be called out. And people sometimes accuse us that we're somehow supporting Disney and whatever by reviewing it, when it's like, no. If they were getting any benefit any at all, from what we do here at Night's Watch or anyone in the Fellowship, Disney would not be complaining about it. They would not hate us, right? They hate us viscerally. Man, they hate Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker with a passion, right? Because they're effective. They know this is what is creating the apathy because they're calling out the crap, and deservedly so. And it does not help Disney. They hate us for doing this because this is what kills the stuff eventually. Honest nerds and fans calling out the crap for what it is. That's an important aspect of it. But guess what? The fan backlash also is important, because I think that also creates the apathy. Like the amount of roasting that ACOLYTE is getting lambasted with by people who have watched it, and also not just the ones making tweets, right? But seeing tweets by Gary or Critical Drink or anyone, and then liking, replying, upvoting, and that signal boosting, the people in the fellowship raking this across the coals to the point that Elon Musk even gets on board and mocks it as well, right? This is all the tip of the spear, the way we fight back, okay? And it is essentially hate watching. But then comes the actual death, which is apathy. And that has happened a number of times. Like Velma. Do you know Velma season 2 is out? You didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
And I was aware of it. No, I do not care. Not going to watch it. It is so... Because for me, I kind of think it... I guess gauge it as a balance, right? Does this need to be called out? Or has the damage been done and you can just let nature take its natural course and let it die?
Yeah.
But also, when others are doing the work for us, where there's enough people already calling out. Disparu, he is just ripping Velma season 2 apart.
Yeah.
Doing a great job.
Well, he's a machine, that guy.
Yeah. And I don't see much benefit in us doing it. I don't think we could harm it any more than it already is.
Yeah.
And we could mock it, right?
Well, have you heard of triage? Triage it's the military. It's like, okay, who do we treat who's wounded, right? They have another version, which is the opposite, which is who do we shoot first, right? You target the bigger target.
Yes.
Velma's nothing. Velma
is nothing.
But Star Wars.
An ACOLYTE, this is an important vector in the culture war to call out, because people are paying attention to it.
Yep.
And while people are paying attention to it, that is a very effective means.
Yep.
And if it was good, we would acknowledge it. But it is so bad.
Yep.
It is special in the way that it's able to wake up even more normies to how bad Star Wars has become.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm pro anything that wakes up the normies.
Exactly, right? Another example, Doctor Who, the new season. Like that one, I could not bring myself to watch, even if I could get huge views for reviewing it. It's too painful. It hurts too much. Like Doctor Who was actually one of those special ones for me. But then there are other ones that are so special that no one else, or few enough people are covering it, that it's my duty to do it. And that's the Wheel of Time TV show adaptation. Where here at Night's Watch we were one of the louder voices reviewing that dog crap. Didn't get lots of views because interest in that show is dead.
Yep.
But someone needed to call it out that has some measure of an audience, so it's there.
Yep.
It's there.
And also, like, you can see, like, we had a ton of fun discussing the train wreck.
Yeah.
You can get tragic events and make hilarious jokes out of them. And Wheel of Time was exactly that, So, in kind of summary to the discussion, I kind of agree, but also feel there's a bit of nuance that needs to be added to it, where the true death is no one paying attention to it at all, which means not even hate watching everything, but that is only achieved from the previous hate watchers. And look, maybe not everyone needs to do it, okay? And if someone's watching something and they don't intend to call it out if it's crap or anything like that, they're not worth your money. Don't give them the hate watch or anything. If you already subscribe to something, though, and you're not paying any additional money, I guess the view gives them the metrics that, it got viewed. And so... I pirate. I sail the high seas.
You sail the high seas.
Yeah,
and we're not talking about...
Somalia.
No, I'll say copying media at all. You were just actually you like sailing.
Yes, I like sailing.
You like
on
sailing.
My boat on the sea.
On his boat on the seas, of course. But there are ways, if you really wanted to see the train wreck, that you can experience the train wreck and not support them. Watch reviewers.
Yeah.
There are watch parties or, people that kind of go through step by step. The EFAP watches are great.
They're hilarious. I watched one today, actually.
Yeah.
They're episode 3, and It was good.
It's hilarious stuff. Love it, right? And so there are ways to see the train wreck, get the kind of hate watch effect while still not supporting the crap. So again, I see the merit behind it. I think there's a group of people that probably could afford to show less support, but I don't even think that's support. It's their right to do what they want with what they consume. And if they really want to see the train wreck, honestly, all power to them. But I agree completely that the true death of it is apathy when no one even gives it a look.
Yeah, yeah. Because no one's talking about... Well, how can I... What's something no one's talking about? How would I even know?
Well, you wouldn't know, but... well, The Boys is interesting because... Man, I don't care about that. But maybe we'll discuss that on another video. Because this is the thing. There are still things that need to be exposed. Because that's what we do. Stay on watch.